Alright, let's look at this budgeting problem. This is the problem number 4 on your test, practice test. Quid pro quo industries, or as Leslie Chow likes to say it.
Not so good now. Quid pro quo.
That's right. Quid pro quo. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and prepare a production budget. Your book shows a production budget like this. So we're going to list our budgeted sales. We're going to add in desired ending inventory because companies don't want to end a quarter with no inventory to carry over. That's going to give us our total needs. But that's not our required production because we're going to subtract the beginning inventory we had for the quarter. And that's going to give us our required production. And the two important things you want to note here. The desired ending inventory for the final month or the final quarter is the final amount for that period of time. So we're doing a quarter, so that 3 months and then the quarter. So the ending inventory in the last month is the quarter's ending inventory. And the beginning inventory of the first month is the quarter's beginning inventory. And you'll see that in the example here in a second. So here's our sales units. You want to make a note of that because you've probably got your paper handy, and then because we're going to go ahead and use that data. So let's scroll down and I'll show you how I did this. Okay, so our production budget. Sales in units. So I took April sales, May sales, and June sales. That's just right off the report above. And I totaled that, and it's 30,000. Now we're going to need July's sales, but it's not going to go into this production budget. Then we want to add our desired ending inventory, and it tells us that the company has a policy that it wants to have 20% of the next month's sales on hand. So at the end of April, 20% of May is $1,600. That's how I did that. It's 8,000 times 20%. That's 1,600. And then for May, the end of May, 20% of June. So that's 12,000 times 20% is 2,400, right? And now for June, you need the July sales. So the July sales were 14,000 times 20%, and that gives us 28. And that 28, the ending inventory on June 30th, becomes the ending inventory for the quarter. All right, so we add those together. I'm going to get rid of that. So we add these together. 10,000 and 1,600 is 11,600, right? So we add these up, and that's our total needs. If we didn't have any beginning inventory, but because we do, we're going to subtract that. Now, it tells us this number is given to us. It tells us that the March 31st ending inventory is 2,100 units. So if we end March with 2,100 units, then we start April with 2,100 units. It's the beginning inventory of April. Now, May's beginning inventory is April's ending. And June's beginning inventory is May's ending. So you see what I've done there? I've just brought those numbers down. And then what's the quarter's beginning inventory? The quarter's beginning inventory is April's beginning inventory. All right, let's get rid of those scribbles. So, we total these now, and so our required production for April, May, and June are listed there. And for the total for the quarter is 30,700. And that's the answer for requirement 1. Requirement 2 says if each unit uses 2.25 linear feet of wood. How much linear feet of wood would be required for production? So we multiply that by 2.25 and for the quarter, and we get 69,075 linear feet.